All right, look, everybody online loves to say the same three things. eXp Realty is shrinking, agent count at eXp is down, and the one that I think is the most laughable, because every other real estate brokerage that's popping up has elements of eXp built in, is they say the eXp model is dead. But when you actually dig into the latest numbers, the stuff that people actually don't look at, there is a completely different story showing up. eXp agent productivity is actually up, attrition is down, and the agents that are actually leaving, they're the ones who weren't producing anyways. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down what's actually happening inside of eXp Realty, the real story behind agent growth, agent retention, and why the platform is actually built the way it is. My name is Jesse Dow, and I'm a top 100 influencer agent here at eXp Realty. I've closed over 800 transactions on the platform, and this year alone, I've actually brought on over 150 producing agents. So this is how I see the business. And the first thing that I want to make very clear, eXp and myself, we are not focused on having the biggest agent count brokerage in the industry. That is simply an ego metric. eXp is focused on building a platform that is simply designed specifically for entrepreneurial agents, people who want to build real businesses and not just hang a license. And here's how I look at it. eXp is simply not a startup anymore. eXp is operating as one of the most major real estate platforms in the industry. eXp is simply fully scaled in every state with strong cash flow and the ability to keep investing per agent, while other models are consolidating, getting sold, or even getting absorbed, which we've seen all across the industry in this year. Now, the real estate industry is simply not a winner-takes-all market. Even at their peak, no brand has ever in the history of real estate got beyond a 10 to 15% share of agent count. The future is simply not one giant company. It's a handful of big platforms that dominate. eXp's goal is to be simply one of those top three. eXp is the operating system, not the app. A lot of companies out there want to be the name, the brand, and the face that everyone sees. eXp's view is different. They come from a stance that the agents are the brand, teams are the brand, and most importantly, you, the agent, you are the brand. eXp is the platform you build on, the iOS that you run your business on. Whether you're a solo producer, a team leader, a brokerage owner, or you're running a multi-state operation, you are the brand, and eXp is simply the platform. And eXp is built for builders. The common theme of every agent that we attract and we actually keep, they're entrepreneurial and they want to scale. They want leverage and they want to grow. So when you hear people obsess over agent count, just remember, we're not trying to sign the most agents. We're trying to attract, develop, and retain the most productive agents in the industry. And when we talk about agent growth, let's talk about what's actually happening. This is where the internet actually loves to pull half truths. Here's the real numbers. Total agent count of eXp Realty in 2025, 83,446 agents. That's down 2% year over year, but up 1% quarter over quarter, and that marks the second straight quarter of agent growth. And anybody who actually understands business knows what that means. You have a dip, you stabilize, and you grow again. Glenn Sanford, founder of eXp, has said this multiple times. When the markets are down, we take market share. And when the market grows, we grow exponentially. And these numbers reflect exactly that. This is what the trend looks like when a company actually matures. Now, here's the number that most people ignore. And this is very important. Sales transactions per agent are up 5% year over year, meaning eXp might have slightly fewer agents than last year, but the average agent is doing more business. And if you're an agent choosing where to hang your license, what you should actually be looking at is not how many agents have joined, how many agents do you have, but is this a productive environment where agents actually do more deals? I know your mind's blown right now, right? And the answer is simply, is it a platform where agents do more deals? Yes, it is. So who's actually leaving and who's actually staying at eXp? And this is where the narrative actually flips. Attrition is improving, not worsening. Worldwide, attrition at eXp is down 13%. And in the US, attrition is down 18%, and that's a huge number. So fewer people are actually leaving. But here's what matters most. The agent that are leaving are overwhelmingly the lowest producing agents in the industry. And this is what actually blew me away. 63% of those low producers that left eXp Realty left the industry. That's a newsflash. They're not switching to other brokerages. They're not chasing a better deal somewhere else. They simply quit real estate altogether. So here's the real story. The non-producers, they're simply washing out, while the productive agents, the ones who are doing deals, are staying, and they're actually getting more support. And that's a massive difference from the drama that all these other people are simply pushing online. So let's talk about the multiplier effect. Now, teams, because this is one of the biggest drivers of growth inside of eXp Realty, let's get into the numbers. 39% of the new agents joining eXp this quarter came from joining as a team. Teams, historically at eXp, are 79% more productive than solo agents in totality. In fact, the top 250 teams at eXp Realty would be the 6th largest brokerage in the industry if you extracted them out, larger than Real Broker, LPT, and the list goes on. That alone tells you where the industry is heading. And what I am seeing firsthand is that we're not just attracting any teams. We're attracting mega teams doing hundreds of millions, if not billions in productions and sales year over year. Large independent brokerages converting to the eXp model. Top Zillow, luxury, and high volume teams plugging into the eXp platform. Multi-market and expansion teams looking for national scalability. And we are seeing a lot of boomerang agents come back. These are top agents and other models returning to eXp because of one thing specifically, and that's what they say is operational efficiencies. Now, this is why internally we say eXp Realty is where the pros go to grow. And the data simply backs up this information. Top teams inside the company grew their revenue in double digits year over year here at eXp Realty, while the rest of the industry is flat. And for team leaders, this is the takeaway. eXp is simply not a brokerage. It's a scalable infrastructure with systems that provide training, coaching, events, technology, AI tools, which must I mention, eXp was just announced 2025 Brokerage of the Year for the best implementation of AI into a company, national and global reach, revenue share, and stock equity, all structured in a way that helps teams grow faster than they can at any other brokerage. So what does this all mean for you? Let's make this real for you. And if you're an agent or a team leader that's watching this, here's what this actually means. You're not just joining a sinking ship. Yes, agent count did dip year over year, 1%. That's a check off the box, right? But in the last 2 quarters, we are in growth mode and the quality of agent is rising. So if you're a productive agent or you want to be a productive agent, you're exactly who eXp was built for. The system is specifically and intentionally designed to keep top producers, attract high performers, and let the non-producers naturally wash out. This is a platform. This is not a brand. You are not signing up to be a part of someone else's identity. You're building your own identity, supported by fast capped, fast attract, massive agent training platforms, eXpCon, local and national masterminds, a deep tech and AI stack, national collaboration, and global scalability. The industry is consolidating fast. We can all see it right here in front of our eyes. There will only be a few major platforms standing in 5 years from now. eXp is not trying to be the biggest. It's trying to be the strongest platform for entrepreneurs who want to build real wealth, not just sell homes and worry about the next transaction day over day over day. So if you're hearing eXp is dying, agents are leaving, the model doesn't work anymore, just look at what is actually happening. More deals per agent, lower attrition, more productive agents staying, high volume teams and brokerages and agents joining, real growth returning. So if you're serious about production, scalability, or building a real business inside of real estate, eXp Realty is worth a real conversation. And if you want to see how this could actually work for your business, you can either cruise down and check the link in the description and book a one-on-one call, and we'll go through the model inside and out and compare it and contrast and look and see if there's real scalability for you and your business. Or you can just scan this QR code and it will book you to the same calendar. So if you have any questions, let's jump on that call, or you can always drop a comment down in the box. But I want to know, what are you hearing about eXp in your market? What topics should I break down in my next video? Hit that like button if you liked what I just provided you. And until next time, we'll catch you later.